What's up, peoples? This is the last shot I'm going to give it. If this works out here, it works out. If it don't, it don't, man. Let me wait till some people start filling up the room real quick. Jesus Christ, this is crazy how they doing me right now, man. Yo, guys, listen, unfortunately, until I start to fix what's going on, I don't know what's the problem. Like I said, I paid a guy to come in here, watch. He checked out my whole camera set. Everything was perfect. We did a couple lives. We did a couple videos. Everything was perfect. Now that I'm going live on Facebook, for whatever reason, it's cutting me off. And right now I'm doing this live from my phone. So for some reason, it's just hanging on a little longer. I'm going to give y'all a short show today. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to have my callers call in because I use my phone for them to call in. Copy? So I'm just going to go through what I could go through. I apologize for the technical difficulties. And it is what it is, man. I got to show out. Whatever it is, I got to do the best I can do. Right now, something's wrong with my camera set, so I got to use my phone. All right, so let's get it going. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Triple H, Everything, Syndicate Radio, TV, D, Beeman, Credit Fix, never too late to get your credit. Email me, you already know. Inbox me, IG me, do whatever you got to do. Let's get your credit fixed. Let's get right to the stories real quick. There's a big fight tomorrow. You got Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko in a big lightweight title fight. Everybody coming in late. Like I said, I apologize. I got major audio and technical difficulties. I got to use my phone because my camera thing is just not working. When I try to hook it up, it's just not accepting it. I don't know if it's the carrier or whatever, but I got to do it off my phone. I got to give y'all something. Y'all been waiting all week, so I'm going to give y'all something. So big fight tomorrow. Teofimo wants to show the world that he's that dude. He really wants to show the world that he's that dude. And Lomachenko is going to show everybody that he's still that dude. So it's a big fight tomorrow. I just don't understand the line. If you like Lomachenko, you got to lay out $400 just to win $100. And if you like Teofimo Lopez, the comeback is $320. So you lay 100, your comeback would be $320. The over-under on the rounds is 10.5. If you like over 10.5, you got to lay the $175. And if you like the unders, plus $155. Big fight tomorrow night. If you a gambler, you have to take Teofimo. You cannot lay minus 400 on a fight that I got basically even. So even if you lose with Teofimo, that's the smart bet to make if you're going to make a bet, unless you think the fight's going to go the distance. If you think the fight's going the distance, then you take the over 10.5 rounds. Big fight tomorrow. You got L Brooklyn versus High Tech. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to put my money on L Brooklyn. Just a little 100 to try to get 355 on return. And if I lose, so what? I love that return, and I love my chances in a fight like this. Let's go to other news real quick. My callers, if y'all listening, I'm not going to be able to take phone calls today. I severely apologize. My live with the camera on Facebook, it keeps getting shut down for whatever reason. I know for sure it's the carrier. For sure. We're going to get that fixed. I don't know what I need to do. I bring a tech in earlier. He told me all my shit was good to go. Now I got to find another solution because they keep cutting my other shit off. So I got to go live from my phone right now. This is the only way I can get this off for y'all. Okay, another basketball news. The Clippers, when they got Tyronn Lue, let me say that correct. Tyronn Lue to coach the Los Angeles Clipper team. Steve Ballmer, he feels he's the answer. I probably would have went Mark Jackson, but I see where he went. Lue had the championship with the Cavaliers. He's got experience. He coached under Doc, so he knows all the players. So it might be what you call the safest coach to pick up for the Clippers, since he's already in the organization. He knows people's personality, etc. But I just don't think he's the right guy for this job. I think when shit get real, he ain't going to be able to control the likes of Playoff Pete, Kawhi Leonard, and even Sweet Lou Williams. I just think it's too much for Luke. If you notice when he coached the Clippers, the Cavaliers, LeBron was basically the coach. LeBron was on the floor basically coaching that team. Lou was just there like, I'm going to keep it 100. He was just there like a mascot. Real talk. But I think now the experience that he has generated after coaching the Cavaliers, which everybody know, like I said, LeBron was the player coach over there. I think now he'll be a better coach. His X and O's would be better. But to take over this team right now, I think it's too much. I think he should have started out again, maybe like a team like the Knicks, etc. I understand he got a championship under his belt. But to me, that don't mean much because, like I said, LeBron ran that team. But he got a 5-year deal. Lou's 43 years old. He got 211 games. He coached. He's won 28 and 83, which gives him a 60% winning percentage. And in the playoffs, in 61 games, he's 41 and 20, which is a 67.2% winning percentage. But like I said, that was LeBron James' team. Now you're really going to see the real Tyronn Lue. And I hope that he can lead this Clipper team deeper than what Doc Rivers did to it to be a success. 5-year deal for Lue. Good luck, brother. Good luck going to that mess over there. In other news, we going to the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs just got richer. Now, a lot of y'all might disagree. A lot of y'all might feel like the guy they picked up is poison and Le'Veon Bell. And I can understand to a degree because he fucked up whatever he had with the Steelers. Let me tell you something. This is why greed messes up a lot of players. When you think it's greener on the other side of the fence, this is a perfect example why when you got it good and you making decent money, you got to cherish that moment. He tried to manhandle the Steelers, try to get the highest money he could get. He ended up signing with the Jets for cheaper, went on a team that was way worse than the Steelers. He thought that everything he did with Pittsburgh, he can take that to the New York Jets. Le'Veon Bell doesn't work like that. It's called chemistry, and it's called having a great quarterback. And Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin had everything to do with your success. Now, I know you very talented. I know that you can run the rock, you can catch the rock, and you are great, pass defend. I mean, you can definitely pass rushes from getting to the quarterback. You prove as a running back you can do that. But you got to be in a perfect situation. The Jets was a horrible situation for you. It was so bad, dog, that you got released. You got released by the New York Jets. I mean, who the hell gets released by the Jets? That's alone is self-explanatory. You should have stood in Pittsburgh like you did, like you didn't do. You should have stood over there. It was very promising for you. You was the main guy over there. Everybody knew it. You was making noise over there, and now you make shit worse on yourself. But you got lucky. God came to your service one more time. You got a 1-year deal now this year to go to the Kansas City Chiefs and hopefully try to provide the kind of running back that they had when they had Kareem Hunt. Because you got a lot of Kareem Hunt in your game where you can run the rock, you can block, you can catch the ball out the backfield. So you could be very productive in an Andy Reid offense that Andy Reid be running if you just go to Kansas City, shut the fuck up, and play some football. That's all you got to do, dog, is shut your fucking mouth. Stop bringing all that Antonio Brown with you wherever else you're going to go to. Because all that's going to do is damage you more. Because if you don't make it through this year with the Chiefs, because you running your mouth, dog, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody going to fuck with you. You cannot have a better situation to show the world that you still got a lot of talent in that body, bro. And this is a perfect fit. This is the type of fit that'll get you right to the Super Bowl. So you fuck this up here the way Antonio Brown messed up with the New England Patriots, ain't nobody going to want to mess with you, and that's bottom line. Let me give you some numbers on Le'Veon Bell. A lot of y'all think he's finished. I'm going to disagree. He's only played 79 games. He's been in the league 7 years, 1,500 rushes, 6,200 yards, averages 4.2 yards per rush, 38 career touchdowns, 3 Pro Bowl appearances. I think he's got some on his tank, and I also think he's going to come in with a chip on his shoulder. He wants to show all of us that he still got it. So KC is sitting pretty right now. They're giving him pennies, and for giving him pennies, they're going to get a lot out this guy, because this guy right here is playing for a contract. And y'all who know sports, and y'all who know when a guy plays for a contract, how real it gets. But let me give y'all some updates real quick. The Dodger game just started. It's zip, bottom of the first. Atlanta got Mena out there. The Dodgers got, they got Big Red. They got May out there. Dodgers want to win this game. They want to take it to a game 5. It's just outrageous how the Atlanta Braves are whipping their ass in this series. Beside one game when the Dodgers won 15-3. You asked me, that was just a giveaway game. Now the Braves are coming, and they really going to try to close them out tonight, which I hope they don't. I like to see more baseball, but I hope they don't. And in the other game, I didn't look. The last time I looked, it was 7-1 Astros. Rays were up 1-0, top of the 5th, all broke down for Blake Snell and Diego Castillo. He couldn't get nobody out. This might be the biggest breakdown series since the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox, when the Yankees were up 3-0 and Boston Red Sox came back and won 4 straight games, independent also, like we have over here. Okay, Humpty just said 7-2. 7-2 game. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to keep it 100. I gave our Rays in 7. Felix gave our Rays in 6. If Rays win, they win. But right now, I think the Cheatstros got all the momentum. And if you see how they got that, how they walking with that, they walking with a hop on their step, like they got this. Right now, the Astros feel they got this. So the Rays better not get down early tomorrow, because if they get down early, let's say 1-0, 2-0 right out the gate, the Stros are going to win this series. Rays got to come out tomorrow. I think it's Charlie Morton going tomorrow. Charlie Morton's got to go out there and deal. We all know Charlie Morton could deal. He's a veteran. This game is over with. They lost this game. I don't want to hear there's a lot of game. It's top of the 8th, and this game is over. It'll go to a game 7, which I think the Astros got all the momentum. So it is what it is with that. Okay, let me go to, let me see what else I can bring to y'all. There's a big college football game tomorrow. Like I said, guys, I cannot take phone calls. I'm using my phone because my cameras, I don't know what's going on. It keeps cutting off, and I'm not going to not give y'all a show. I cannot do that to you guys. So whatever which way I could do a show, I'm going to do it out for y'all. Y'all already know how I get down. But I feel sad for my callers, because we had a lot of good stuff on the table today, man. So much good stuff, and we're unable to put it out. And I got to figure out what's my problem. If I got to buy a whole new camera set, I'm going to do that. But as of right now, I got to use my phone, unfortunately. Big game in college football tomorrow. 3-0 Georgia Bulldogs are playing the 3-0 Alabama Crimson Tide. This is going to be a great game tomorrow, bro. They're playing in Alabama. I mean, what else can you say about Alabama? You know, Nick Saban coach Alabama team. Every year, they put out the same product, year in and year out. I mean, if this guy is not the best coach in college football ever, please post up who is. Tell me something, man. Tell me something, because Nick Saban by far, and I don't want to hear he get all the talent. He's doing something to recruit that talent. He's not just getting talent because now they're probably just going to Alabama because they've been winning for so long. But when he first took over Alabama, Alabama wasn't steamboating through teams like they doing now. Saban is by far the best recruiter, best coach ever to me in college football. But let me give you the lines. Bama's -4.5. The total's 56.5. If I had a gun to my head, you probably got to take Alabama on the money line, maybe tie them up with an NFL game, like a 2-team parlay. I don't like the 4.5 number, because if they win by 4 or they win by 3, you don't win with Alabama. You lose by the point spread. So money lined up with a strong NFL play, that'd be the best route, because I don't think they're going to lose to the Bulldogs, but I believe the Bulldogs will keep it tight. I believe they keep it tight. Yo, what up, y'all? Everybody saying what's up. Yo, like I said, I apologize. audio technical difficulties. I got to do this off my phone. And like I said, you can put me anywhere. You put me inside of a fucking dark bathroom, I'm going to perform because that's what I do. I'm a performer. But I'm just sad for my callers because they had a lot of great things to say. Let me go to a couple of other good games in the NFL. You got the Cleveland Brown game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The line is -3.5 for the Steelers. The Browns have to show the world that 4-1 record or 3-1 record ain't a fluke. You know what I'm saying? All right, Will. Well, you know how I do, Will. I just flip it up. I had your Miami Dolphin half the other day, so it's what I do. As long as y'all know who my team is, that's all that matters. But back to the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game. Cleveland has to show me a lot if they want. I mean, they don't have to have my respect, but I'm just saying, for me to give the Browns respect, they went to Big D and they spanked my Cowboys, but that's not saying much these days. My team ain't got no defense, as y'all know. They got blown out by the Ravens in game 1, which showed me that they were still suspect. But they went and reeled off 3 and 4 wins in a row. This game is so huge for the Cleveland Brown organization. They at least got to make this here game. If they don't make this here game, I don't want to hear about the Browns all year long. If Pittsburgh Steelers blow out the Cleveland Browns, I don't want to hear about the Browns all year long. And let me go to another real intriguing game on Sunday. The Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers and company, taking an undefeated record to Tampa Bay, who's 3-2. TB12, I'm not knocking them. He's got so many players injured. I mean, you got Godson injured. You got O.J. Howard's out. You got Evans playing with a hamstring problem. You got Fournette out. I mean, how can you win when 80% of your firepower are all hurt? And they're still 3-2. TB12, I'm not disappointed with the work he's putting out. He's still showing that he still got it. He's still elite in the league, if you ask me. But this game here is fucking huge. Hold on, let me read some comments here. Humpty says, since my camera's going out, call Bill Belichick to see what's going on. Yeah, like I said, guys, I really apologize because I know you guys look forward. I look forward to it. And when I'm here, you know, I'm on the and the shit just shut down for no reason. After I already had a checkup in here, yo, it's embarrassing. It's sad. This is why, like I said, I got to do it on the phone. The only thing, it takes away my callers. But I'm pretty sure y'all will understand it because I'm going to still give y'all, I'm going to give y'all work regardless, man. And like I said, I apologize once again. Big game. The Packers are favored by 1 point. I think the line is accurate. The only thing I'm worrying about is how many healthy bodies can the Bucs get on the field. And from my understanding, they're getting a few people back. Tom Brady's going to have to play the game of his Tampa life. They only been there, 5 games, but this got to be his best performance that he puts out. Because I'm telling you right now, the Green Bay Packers, Ronald Jones, Aaron Rodgers, they getting Devontae Adams back this week. Lazard might be back this week. The Packers are going to go right into Tampa fully loaded. It's a tough game. I mean, I'm going to give y'all my teaser. And my teaser got one of these two, got this game involved in it when I give out the free pick in a little while. But this is a huge game. This is a very huge game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to show that they still, they're a team to be reckoned with because, losing to the Bears the way they lost and TB12 not knowing what down it was kind of fucked up. But I know Brady enough to know that he fucked up that day. He coming back with a vengeance this week. Just remember I told you guys that. And let me go to my free pick. Let me go to my teaser. I'm 4-1 for the year on the teaser. I wish I could have gave y'all Noah Parker's picks, but I don't have them. He was supposed to call in, and calling in, we were supposed to put the picks out there. But he's 2-2 for the year, minus 0.4 units, and he had 2 decent picks. But unfortunately, like I said, we can't get his picks in today. But I'll give y'all my teaser bet. Hold up. Okay, Felix, that's a great point. Cleveland lost 17 straight in Pittsburgh. Great point, but if they don't show up, there's no excuses. They better do what they got to do. Let me answer some questions for you guys. If you guys got questions, let them out there, guys. Because since I can't take phone calls today, I got to at least answer y'all questions, man. Let me see what I got here that sounds intriguing. Yeah, George, that Georgia-Alabama will be a phenomenal game. You better mark that. The Bulldogs are coming. Is more pass protection, not the block. Okay, that's not really too much. Guys, shoot your questions if you want. I got no phone calls. I'd appreciate it. I will answer them. My hands are free. Ephraim, what's up, E? Sean, what's up, baby? Okay, so let me go back to my free play. I'm 4-1 for the year, plus 5.4 units. What I do is I put 2 units to win 2 units on every time I give out a 7-point teaser. If you get the teaser online, it's minus 130. If you get them in the casino, it's minus 140. So those who knows what that means, those are the spreads. So my 2-team 7-point teaser this week, I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. They minus 7.5. We're going to bring them down to minus a half, which just means just to win. So if they win, let's say 20-19, 27-26, 30-29, that goes in as a win. But of course, on a teaser, you need both teams to win. My back end on the teaser, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna back up Tom Brady and say he's going to show up this Sunday. I'm going to take the Bucks from a +1 all the way to a +8. So that means they can lose by a touchdown. And this teaser comes through. So as of right now, the 2-team teaser, real quick, you're bringing the Colts down to like basically a pick 'em and the Buccaneers to a +8. Do what you got to do. Make your money. I'm 4-1 on my teasers. I've been doing pretty good on my teasers. Capitalize, y'all. That's what I'm here for. If they lose, I'll come back next week. Trust me, this is what I do. I definitely tell them up on the teasers. They hate fucking with my teasers. But like I said, I'm not going to win every week. But this seems strong. You bring the Colts down, the Buccaneers up. Now, if Green Bay and them blow them out, then I don't know what to tell you. And that means to me the Bucks ain't serious. The Bucks are a fluke. I think the Bucks are coming out this week, bro. I see them even winning. I see them winning by like 5-6 points. But you're going to have +8 on that. So let's move on. That's your free play for the day. Let me see what else I could go to. Okay, I'm going to come up with another subject. 3 top receivers in football. So in my opinion, I'm going to break down the 3 that I would say I would like on my franchise right now. We're not going all time. We're not going numbers. We're going right now. Who would you like to be your starting receiver? And for my third, I'm going to give you 4 names, but I'm going to break it down to 1. I'm just going to throw names so y'all know that I'm thinking like y'all, but then I'm going to narrow it down to 1. My third receiver is between Julio Jones, the Bucks' Mike Evans, and the Seahawks' DK Metcalf. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take the guy that I think right now, this moment, is the best of the 3. And I don't care if y'all don't agree with me. I don't see enough to know that right now, this is my top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. Fuck the numbers. We're not doing the numbers. We're just saying who you want on your team, and I'm taking DK Metcalf. This kid is a pure animal for Russell Wilson. He stretches the field. He's tough as nails. He'll get it on with anybody. This kid is going to be one of the great ones as long as he stays in line. If he stays in line, DK Metcalf, you heard it on the Al York Sports Show, will eventually go down as the top 5, top 10 receiver of all time. I'm calling it right now because the guy got all the tools. Speed, hands, tough, goes over the middle, can jump over motherfuckers. He'll Moss you to death. He'll Randy Moss you to death, and that's why I got him as my 3rd receiver as of right now. My 2nd top NFL receiver right now, I got to go with DeAndre Hopkins, who's proven even with Arizona As long as you can throw the ball toward his way, he's going to come up with the reception. And D-Hop is having a marvelous season right now with the Arizona Cardinals. D-Hop would be my second receiver right now. If I got a franchise and I want to start somebody at wide receiver, D-Hop would be my number 2 pick. And my number 1 receiver, he's been injured. I know, but I'll tell you one thing. I study this guy enough to know that he's the only guy that I know that gets double teamed. Listen to me clearly. He gets basically double teamed every game and still averages 8 to 10 receptions a game. And I ain't talking about no drop-offs. You know what I mean? Like no little 3-yard shit where he catches it in front of him. This guy will work himself through one receiver and then outclass the second, will work himself the defensive back. Let me say it correct. He's the receiver. He'll outwork that one defensive back, and then whoever's coming in on the help, either the safety or another help guy, he'll take him one-on-one and beat him to the spot. All the time, Michael Thomas of the Saints is that dude. And you see, when he come back, Breeze is going to be the happiest dude, because right now, he got Sanders doing his thing, and he got Cook at tight end. And once you get the best receiver in the league in Michael Thomas, you're going to see the Saints roll on offense, because Thomas is right now the best NFL receiver in the game. Let me see what else I could bring up here. Okay, let me touch into this series one more time. Rays right here, very disappointed. I mean, they came out like world beaters. They went up 3-0. 3-0. Chuck Thomas said he saw. Oh, yeah, Julio hurt too much. Chuck Thomas, I love Julio Jones, but I don't know, man. He's breaking down too fast. But let me go back to the series over here. Astros they just took command of this, man. I mean, I can see the game tomorrow. I can see the Astros up 3-0 like in the first couple innings. They in the heads of the Rays. The Rays should have closed them out yesterday. Yesterday was the day to close out the Astros. They had a 1-0 lead. They was cruising, and then they messed up, just like they messed up today. And, I mean, come on, man. You gotta, if you the Rays, I mean, you need a miracle right now. We're looking right now at 7-2, top of the 8th. Astros got the base. Like I said, this game is over. Rays need a miracle, man. They need Charlie Morton to go out there and just shut them down for like 6-7 innings. That's the only chance they got, unless they can score a lot of runs early. But if you ask me right now, I took the Rays in 7. Astros are in their head. I see the Astros in the World Series. I hope I'm wrong, so my prediction will be right. But that's just what I'm feeling right now. And I'm looking at the Dodger game. Dodgers already down 1-0, top of the second. And once again, an Atlanta Brave is just not letting nobody get on base. It's like it don't matter who the Braves put out there. The only guy they put out there that got tagged was Kyle Wright. Everybody else has been able to lock down that explosive Dodger offense, and that is insane because nobody stopped the Dodgers this year. And then you get all these young Atlanta Braves cats. We ain't talking about Greg Maddux, John Smoltz. We ain't talking Denny Nagel. We ain't talking none of these great pitchers. Tom Glavine. No, we're talking the likes of Ian Anderson, Max Fried, and who was it? Bryce Wilson? Where the hell he came from? I didn't even know the guy exists. Shut the Dodgers down for 6 innings, 1-hit ball yesterday. Come on, man. Y'all seeing it. And I'm telling you right now, the Dodgers better win today, because if not, the coach is out of there. I think he's out of there regardless. I think Robinson's out regardless. But they would definitely, he'll be gone in 48 hours if they lose this game 5 right here. Okay, guys, if you got any questions, bring them on, man. Like I said, I'm sorry I can't take phone calls today. That's on a teaser. Yeah, Felix, you get less on a teaser because you're moving the point spread around. If you parlay it, unless you're doing money lines on a parlay, yeah, you get a lot more money, yes, on the parlay, but then you're dealing with the point spread. So in other words, if you take Tampa, you're only going to get +1. If you tease them, like I'm telling you, you get a touchdown plus. Okay, let's see here. Let's get some questions, y'all. Rage closed it out tomorrow, Chuck. I hope you're right. I gave them out. I said they'll win in game 7. So if you're right, then you make me right. But I just think the Chiefs got all the momentum. And like I say, look at them. They so fucking confident, though. They remind me of the way Floyd Mayweather looks before a fight. Floyd Mayweather already know he got his opponent beat. That's the face I see in them in today, and it's going to be the same face tomorrow. They already beat them mentally, and until, like I said, unless the Astros do something dramatic, like put up 3 early runs, and Charlie goes mow them down, then that'll change everything, but I just don't see it happening. What else you guys got? Let's go. Who would be the next White Sox coach? Your guess is as good as mine, Chuck. I haven't looked that far yet. Yeah, Teron Lue is the Clipper coach. I'm 50-50 with that, and the reason why, he was in the organization. He knows the players. He knows the system. So that right there is what I like. What I don't like is that I think he's a get-over type of dude. I mean, when he coached the Cavaliers, like I said, it was LeBron James who was a player coach. I mean, LeBron James did whatever he wanted. He took himself out what he wanted, came in when he wanted. Teron Lue had zero say-so. So he's going to definitely have to take a page out of Doc Rivers as far as, being a tough coach in a way. And that's even in a way, because Doc even got soft over there in L.A. Doc was not the Doc that we seen with the Celtics with the big 4, where Rondo added on. It's really the big 3, but when you add Rondo, it was the big 4. I just felt that wasn't the Doc Rivers the Clippers got. I think that championship, it just softened them up. And it does that to a lot of people. And Doc went over there. Doc was more about money, more about loving, instead of being that grinder that he did when he grinded with Boston, even though they only won 1. But Doc was coaching his ass off. He just wasn't good enough on the X and O's to defeat the other coaches. That was his problem. He had lack of X and O knowledge like Teron Lue got right now going to the Clippers. And I think that's going to be their biggest downfall. Steve Levine, I see you, baby. Sean, I hate to give you bad news. You said the Bears or the Panthers. I got to roll with Teddy B in that game. I know the Bears are very unpredictable. The Bears are a real funny team. They look horrible in a lot of games, and they find a way to win. One thing I'm giving the Chicago Bears this year, not only being down in a lot of games, because they were down big against Atlanta, in Atlanta. They were down big against the Buccaneers, 13-zip early, and they found a way to win. But I just think this week, I love the way Teddy Bridgewater controls the ball. I think the Bears are going to make a lot of mistakes defensively, couple personal fouls. I don't think their offense is going to roll. Carolina's defense, Matt Rule and company, is starting to get better every week. They buy into what Matt Rule is doing, and Teddy Bridgewater is showing the whole world that he can quarterback. He's a great manager of the game. Teddy Bridgewater, I love him under the helm. He makes little mistakes. He makes all the right decisions. He's not going to put up the numbers you expect. He's not going to go deep on 3 consecutive throws. That's not Teddy Bridgewater. He game manages, and if he gets a W, that's all that matters to him. And that's why I love me Teddy B, and I like him tomorrow. Sorry to tell you that, Sean. I know you're a Bear fan, but I got to roll with the Panthers tomorrow. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Chuck, what do you mean Robbie Anderson is wild? What do you mean by that? All right, Chuck, if that's how you feel, listen, this is the beauty about opinions. And like I tell Humpty all the time, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. That's the beauty of it. And Chuck, not for nothing, the last couple games you've been posting, I haven't said anything. I'm going to let you check out the results. So as long as I know you liking the Bears, you're doing me a favor. I want you to know that. Martin Silver, what up, baby? Martin Silver said, who's the first player on the Yankees that's going to get traded in the off season? I got to go against Noah Parker. Noah Parker says he doesn't believe in getting rid of Sanchez. I think the Yankee brass is done with Sanchez. I really do. They try to change his game, which I thought was like the worst thing to do, because when you've been playing a certain way your whole life and they just tell you to change it up at a split of a moment, it's really hard to succeed under them circumstances. And I'm not saying that's why Sanchez is struggling. No, he's been a pass ball king. And not only that, his bat died out. So if you can't produce offensively and defensively, you're a liability. And then we got that Hikiyoshi, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. The guy's a beast defensively. And with that Yankee lineup, and he do got some pop. He'll hit a home run from time to time. So I think the Yankees are going to go with the guy who's better for the pitching staff and is not going to give up pass balls. And I think Sanchez, I hate to say it, Sanchez would be the guy going with the Yankees. Gary Sanchez. Humpty said Andujar. Great point, Humpty. Ever since Andujar got that injury, he's never come back. I'm a big fan of Andujar. I really thought he could have been the next, Adrian Beltre. Not saying he was going to be a Hall of Famer, but he had a lot of what Beltre had. He had a strong arm from third. The ball jumps off his bat. He can hit for average, but since that injury, I haven't seen anything like that. So it is what it is. Let me see what Hump got to say here. Yeah, Humpty, you've been talking about that catcher. You've been mentioning that for a while, and I trust in your ability to know, because you called out a couple of Yankees. I think you even called out the young guy. Who is it? Garcia? I think you mentioned them before. And you also mentioned Bieber, who I call Justin Bieber, when you said the Yankees should have pulled the trade with Andujar, which I disagree at the time because I like what Andujar was bringing to the table. But now, now it's a no-brainer because, Bieber might be the Cy Young Award winner, and Andujar, he can't even get in the lineup because he's not what he was before the injury. That's bottom line. Okay, any more questions? Bring them on, guys. Like I said, we got no phone calls, technical difficulties, but we're going to continue to rock. That's how I do, man. Ask your questions. I'll be waiting, man, because I basically ran through every topic. I don't want to go through my Hall of Fame topic because that's for Felix Jacino next Friday. I don't want to cheat him for the homework he did. But I'm not even going to give you the name because if I give the name, Humpty's going to start going in as we speaking. Okay, guys, whatever you got, let's bring it, man. Let me give y'all an update. Still 1-0 Atlanta. Bottom of the second, 1 out. Nick Markakis is up. And in this game here, Christian Javier's in the game in the bottom of the 8th. 7-2 Chistros. About to tie it up at 3 and do the biggest comeback in baseball history beside the Boston Red Sox, who did it to my New York Yankees that crushed me when they did it to us. Okay, what we got here? Let's see. UFC next week, Chuck. I didn't go in that far yet. Let's go to something more like this Sunday, something that I looked at. I'm not going to go into something I didn't look at, Chuck. Okay, Cowboys' chances after the injury to their QB. I still think Humpty, Big Red, he ain't finished. Yes, he showed out in Cincinnati, though he had pretty decent numbers over there. But those who follow Andy Dalton knows that he chokes in big games, and they can't win a playoff game. That's just Andy Dalton for you. But in the regular season, with this fucking offensive, like the power on the offense that the Cowboys got, with all these receivers, like I said, for the CB Lands of the world, Michael Gallups of the world, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel, man, I forgot his name. Ezekiel, that's what I'm going to leave it at. Cedric Wilson of the games. So we got a lot of offensive weapons. Elliott. I just lost Ezekiel Elliott. We got too many weapons. Our offensive line is shaky. But Dalton, being a veteran, was one of the smartest pickups that Jerry Jones did. And it's going to prove his genius from here on out. Because I still think if Dalton doesn't get hurt, we're still going to win the division. Now, to a lot of y'all, that don't mean much because it's going to be a losing record. But you know it don't matter. If you win a division, no matter how you win it, it's an accomplishment. No matter how you break it down, no matter how you look at it. I'm mad I forgot Ezekiel Elliott's last name. Forgive me for that, y'all. It's just so much on my mind, but Ezekiel Elliott is what I meant. And he's not 100% either from my understanding. But like I said, they got a lot of weapons. They got a dangerous game this week with Arizona. I wouldn't be surprised if baby steps and the Cardinals go up to Dallas and beat us this week. I'm telling y'all right now, I just think they got a lot more going for them than what we do. We still trying to figure it out defensively. We are a horror show, and that's just the best way to put it. Any more questions, man? Troy Evans, my bad, man. I try to remember, Troy. No excuses, but I did get it. Ezekiel Elliott, and I'm just embarrassed. I forgot my running back's last name. That's to tell you how bad we doing and how bad I'm looking at them. Because like I say, we couldn't even stop Alabama's offense from college, the defense we got. And we got some name brands over there. Let me tell you something. We got name brands on defense. We just fucked up. We can't get the teams off the field on third down. That's our biggest thing right there. And offensively, early in the games, like I said, Dak's been bringing us back, but he's not keeping up with the teams early. That's why we be in such large deficits. We was in a two touchdown deficit against the Giants. We were down something like 42-14 to the Browns. Like, we can't afford that with Big Red. I'm telling you right now, Carrot Top's got to get the league early or keep it within a 7-point game because you do not want Carrot Top dropping back like that, throwing it on every down. Not Andy Dalton. That guy can live with because that got some whip on that. Dalton's more better when he's unpredictable. And if we can show we have a running game with him passing, then we got a chance. But I promise y'all, if we're down 14 points and Dalton's got to sit back and throw that ball, it's game over. We ain't gonna have no chance of winning. All right, y'all keep bringing the questions on. Let me see. Oh, you like? Okay, I got a question. Steve Levine said who I like, Lomachenko or Lopez. As a gambling man, I gotta go with Lopez because the profit margin is impeccable. Like I said, you put $100, you can win $360 back plus your 100 on a fight that I think is a lot more competitive than the line makers are making it. I mean, you got to put $4 if you take a Lomachenko. So that means $400 to win 100. I don't think he's favored like that. I mean, even if he wins convincingly, you know what? He ain't going to win convincingly. L. Brooklyn is bringing his fight tomorrow. Y'all heard me. Win or lose, he's bringing his fight tomorrow. He's going to show out. I already heard from a lot of my peoples that really tune in, especially Luis Molina. Like I say, he's going to give y'all a special tonight if we could get the special in. He's going to break the whole fight down for y'all. The whole fight down for y'all. We're going to get that in for y'all. Me personally, I can only go by what they saying, the little bit that I have and the knowledge that I got in boxing. You have to take the dog on this fight. There's no way you laying $4 on a guy that is basically is favored like that because of his name. He's only favored like that because his name is Lomachenko. If it wasn't Lomachenko, this fight would be no more than a 2-1, straight up and down. Any more questions? Let's bring it, y'all. Let's go. 7 minutes left. I've been happy to hold this hour down on my own. Like I said, it caught me off guard. Technical difficulties. They would not let me, for some reason, I couldn't go live with my camera. I know for sure, I keep telling y'all, it's not on my side. I had a tech come in. I'm going to repeat it again. And I know it's not on my side, so there's some funny shit going on with the carrier. I don't know what it is. I will find out. But I'm very upset because I had callers calling in, and they had a bunch of stuff for us tonight. And I am upset, and I apologize to you guys to the bottom of my heart. I really do, but I got to keep it going. I got to keep the saga continues. I just got to do it, man. What else we got here, guys? Okay, Martin Silver said if Sanchez get traded, would the Marlins take a chance? I'm going to say no, Martin, because in the National League, the pitcher hits. Unless they make, they change it where they add the DH, then I can see it, because then I can see the Marlins, Jeter being up top, going after Sanchez and maybe platoon him between catching and DHing. But the fact that there's no DH and he has to catch, I'm going to say no. Because the word is out there that he's the pass ball king, and until he fixes that, ain't nobody going to really take him serious but an American League team that can stick him in as just a DH. Because I think as a DH, I think the guy can hit enough, and I think he'll figure it out. Let me tell you something. When Sanchez is hot, he can hit with the best of them. And not to mention, he be hitting some moon shots. And y'all know I ain't lying. But he's got to maybe put the catching thing to rest and become a full-time DH, which I don't know if he's ready to do because he's very young. Next question. Let's go, y'all. Let's see what you guys got here. I'm going down. Oh, great question, Martin. He said when Dak comes back, does he get the due dollar? I told you guys, there was a guy on my YouTube. He was saying that they be hating on all black quarterbacks. That's not true. It's true for a couple quarterbacks, to me, who kind of put them on themselves. Cam Newton, for instance. Cam Newton hurt himself in that Super Bowl. He hurt himself by doing this shit here when he's down 24-zip. There's a lot of things that he was self-branding instead of being team-oriented. So I think Cam hurted himself. Kaepernick, of course, that could go either way. I support what Cap did, but y'all know a lot of people didn't. That's what buried Kaepernick. Now, Russell Wilson got paid. Pat Mahomes got paid. And Dak Prescott would have got paid, but Dak Prescott is seeing, for some reason, he's trying to see Mahomes' money. You tell me where he deserved Mahomes' money at. Where? He got one playoff win. Regular season, like I said, he lights it up. He lights it up. But what that means, if you want 40, 50 pieces, that means absolutely nothing. If I'm Dak Prescott, take the original offer for 28 to 30 M's. The Cowboys will give him something of a 5-year, 7-year deal like that, which I think it perfectly fits him. I know what he's thinking. He's putting all these numbers up. And you got to understand, a lot of these numbers are deceiving. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling Humpty. When he goes, never, never lie. Yes, they do. Numbers to me could be very deceiving. Let me give you another example. Cowboys down 42-14. 2 touchdowns. That means Dak Prescott got to throw the ball on every down. That means defenses are going to go to prevent defense because they got this huge-ass lead. So you know what that leads to? That leads to lucrative numbers. Numbers like 500 yards passing, 40 completions, 4 touchdowns. You ain't telling me nothing when you producing under those circumstances. Do a Russell Wilson to me. Do a game that's 38-37, 38-30, 5 touchdowns, 300 yards, or 80% on completions. 1 interception or no interceptions. Now you talking to me. That's showing me something. But if you down 3-4 touchdowns and the defense is giving you 10 yards a pass, and you're going to use that to bring to the table to get a $40 or $50 million contract, that's not going to cut it. Jerry Jones is not stupid. I keep telling y'all that. He might be the worst owner because he wants in too much. I understand that. But he's not stupid. He didn't build that fucking stadium for being stupid. You understand that? So, okay, let me get the next question. Another guy telling me, Loma Lopez, Irvin, if you're telling me from a gambling perspective, I got to take Lopez. It makes the best sense. But if it's just, let's say, like me and you made a bet, and it was no minus 400, and me and you made a $100 bet, 100 for 100, I have to run with Lomachenko. I have to. But if it's something where we going by the point, by the money spread, where, you know, where it's plus 360 compared to minus 400, no, I got to be smart, man. I got to run with Lopez and just hope that the underdog prevails. That's the way to answer that. Next question. Let's go. Brian, you're right. There are people. I was surprised when he got 500 M's. But you know what? This kid is so incredible. The fact that he loves the game. Let me break down Pat Mahomes real quick. This is why I love Pat Mahomes. He doesn't got the body of work to earn that 500. He got one chip. One chip. I don't think one chip brings you to 500 M's. But there's a lot of stuff that comes with Pat Mahomes. His family's from the game. His father played baseball. He was a scrub and all that. You know, Pat Mahomes was his father's name, and this is Patrick Mahomes. The mother said you have to say Patrick Mahomes. She don't like when they call her son Pat. So we'll say Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. Showtime. Great kid. Loves his teammates. Will do anything for his teammates. Loves his coach. He's like Andy Reid's second son. And Andy Reid's his second father. So they got chemistry like you wouldn't even know. It's love there. Mahomes fits everything that Andy Reid draws up. One of the best offensive callers in the game. Andy Reid offensive play calling is impeccable. I mean, when you see all those bodies running back and forth and Tyreek Hill going deep, you got Hardman, you got Watkins out there. Now you got fucking Le'Veon Bell. Oh my God, they just threw a brand new toy in this offense. Mahomes must be going nuts because he basically got Kareem Hunt all over again. All over again. Because Le'Veon could do it all. Not only can he block for Mahomes on 3rd and long to be that extra blocker, he can catch the ball out the backfield with the best of them, and he can run the rock. So, is Mahomes worth the 500? Me saying all this shit? I say yes, Brian. I hate to say it. He is. Barring injury, them guys are going to win at least 3 to 5 chips. They already got one. I say 3 to 5 in the next 7, 8 years. That's my predicament. Long as they keep that core. If they keep that core, they'll win the next 3 to 5 Super Bowls. Yes, he's worth that money, Brian, to answer to your question. Let's see what we got next here. Okay, Brian, so you agree also. That's good to hear. Guys, we got 2 more minutes. I'll give y'all 2 more minutes, and I'm going to make my announcement again. I'm just real upset for everything, for the technical issues. You don't know how upset, man. If you want to call it crying, call it what the fuck you want. Yeah, I'm crying because I had people invested in today's show, and I don't like doing that. I don't like having my people invested, ready to give y'all the business, and then we couldn't do it because of technical difficulties. So now I'm going to have to spend more. I'm going to have to do something because if it's the carrier, then there's nothing I could do, but something ain't right. And I got to get this right. I really got to get this right because I love my callers, and I want y'all to know that. Y'all keep me going, man, especially the guys that you know that I'm affiliated with and we in contact all the time. I feel bad. I feel bad for Phyllis Jacino, who did major homework. Noah Parker did major homework. And my man Big Ben, who is going to go in once again and that LeBron James and Michael Jordan topic, which I already killed, but he has some more he wanted to add on. Let me see what else you guys got here before we hung it up. Yeah, Humpty said the 500 isn't guaranteed. You're right, Humpty. He's got a lot of that money guaranteed. I don't have the exacts in front of me. But let me tell you something. Barring injury, they're not going to let Pat Mahomes go. The guy does it all. The guy could run for 12 yards and outrun a linebacker for a first down. The guy could throw a no-look pass with the best of them. The guy literally could look at the safety and throw it on the left-hand marker like it was nothing. He's as accurate as they come. He's got the touch pass in between the DB and the safety. If there was ever a quarterback that can do it all, awe. Because I thought Montana, Montana to me was a great runner. I don't think he got enough respect for that. But Montana was more of a runner that if he seen 7 yards and he seen that everybody was covered, he can get you that 7 yards sneakily. Pat Mahomes could get you that with a linebacker spying on him, and he could beat that linebacker to that spot. I mean, this is some whole other level shit that Mahomes is bringing to this NFL football game, that it's going to be a long time before we experience an individual with this type of skill set. And I'm telling you, the scary thing is that he's still real young. That's the scary shit. So that tells me that he's got a lot more room to improve his game. I feel sorry for the AFC. That's all I got to say. Because every year they're going to be like the next New England Patriots, winning a division every year and all that. And don't let that the Las Vegas Raider game, don't let that fool y'all. That was nothing but a wake-up call for KC, which they needed. Trust me, KC will be back. You seen after that loss, but they already did. They already went and got Le'Veon Bell. Because they know they had to fix that running back situation. Because the other running back they got in Williams, he's more of a runner. Now they got what they're usually accustomed to. Because remember, they had McCoy last year who could do both, but McCoy was injured for like 3 to 4 games. Le'Veon Bell stays healthy. Pat Mahomes is going to be a lot tougher than he has been, because now he's got that weapon that when he lost with Kareem Hunt, he's got it with Le'Veon Bell. And with that, y'all, I thank you guys for another show, TGI Friday. I super apologize for the technical difficulties. I super apologize for my callers who couldn't call in. Man, I'm so mad, man. I wish y'all knew how I really felt. But like I said, the saga continues. And I might have to start videotaping. And I might have to take the live off and just give y'all an hour on videotape, which I hate to do because that's going to eliminate the live stuff. But I'm going to figure it out. Next week, I'll have it all figured out for you guys. God bless you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Humpty, Brian, all you guys who consistent and constantly put in your efforts to join the show and everything. I love all you guys, man. And I thank all you guys. And I got my fingers crossed because there's some good news that could be happening. But I'm the type, I'd rather not say anything until it takes place. And with that, God bless y'all. I love y'all. Open sessions with Al York Sports. Love y'all, man.